And welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video, so bear with me. I would like to share my passion for tarots with you, and in this first video I will just look at your current situation in your working environment. I will be drawing 3 cards, one for the past, one for the present, and one for the future. So for this specific tarot reading, I will only be using the major arcanas. These 25 cards are arguably the most meaningful among the tarots. Normally, readers use all 78 cards in a tarot reading, but meaningful and useful insights can be drawn also by working solely on the 25 major arcanas. This card, which popped out of nothing, it's for your past, this is for your present, and this is for your future situation. So, bear with me while I adjust the zoom, maybe. Let's just give it a try. This way? Possibly. So, your past working situation has the Wheel of Fortune, obviously. Probably in your past working situation there was a shift of paradigm. The situation somehow changed. Your luck changed along with the situation. I can only assume that maybe you have been confronted with new tasks, or the ones that you felt comfortable with undertook a pretty deep change. Not necessarily for the worst, but let's just say that you probably have been faced with the need for change. A change of procedures, maybe, a change of colleagues and peers, or a change for superiors or clients that need to be persuaded and dealt with. There's obviously opportunity in sight with this card. So overall, I would just say that for your past working environment situation, the Wheel of Fortune here suggests that you have a change in your overall landscape and in the way you deal with things at your work. It's not a disruptive change, such as the one that comes with the Tower, but still, something's moving. It can be represented, it can present you with an opportunity as well. But let's just see. Your current working environment situation, it's represented by death here. And here the card, it's really interesting because it's like I'm sorry, but I'm taking a few moments to sink in with the card. It's basically getting rid of the old, and while the death is getting rid of the old, the new, represented obviously by the green plants, let's say flowers that are blooming, that are growing, the new is taking its place. The new taking place instead of the old. So life just goes on and change continues on another level. So this is more of a conceptual change. This is like somebody that comes to you and tells you, look, as of right now you've been doing things this way, from now on there'll be the need for you to change one or two things and start doing things differently. And this is when the change takes place. The card is really interesting because death, it's like swooping away the old something that it's dead, and by doing so, the sheer fact that you are getting rid of something lets other things new to grow in its place. And it's really interesting because so far as your work is concerned, I think that the death card here, it's just the continuation of what we've seen and discussed with the Wheel of Fortune. So overall, this need for you to make new arrangements and changes in your day-to-day work, it's becoming more concrete in a sense, and we can already see the future here. So with the plants and other things, that it's growing, that's life. There are opportunities. So it's really interesting, and it's good. Your future situation, it's justice. It's balance, pure balance. It's the ability to see things so clearly that you can actually make a judgment call, let's say, if you will. And it's really interesting because either you will be faced with a judgment, not really a judgment, I'm sorry, with you will be faced with some kind of way of verifying maybe the quality of your work, but you have been doing the work, so it's going to be more of a confirmation than a test, I would say. Or probably you will just be, overall you'll be in balance because you put in the work for this judgment to fall through coherently, well balanced, and overall in favor for you, provided that you manage to swoop away the old and make room for the new. Then you'll be able to face justice in a way, which is basically to be confronted with the fact that things needs to be balanced, and you managed to do so because you progressed. So overall, a really interesting one, at least for me. Obviously, I hope you managed to gather a few insights, and oftentimes I think that tarot readings are useful because you may catch a few things that resonate with you, and then you can perceive your situation from a different perspective. You can get hints and maybe make sense of a situation. You are basically just changing, the frame. That's the word. You're changing the frame, and by changing the frame, you are basically creating new opportunities because you see things from another perspective. So overall, a really interesting reading for me, and I hope that you managed to get something valuable out of it. So without further ado, if you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you tomorrow with another video, since I'll be posting a new video per day. So see you next time. Bye.